Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome to wet Winnipeg. Yeah, it's 4.7 Celsius, which is, if we check the weather, that's unseasonably warm. And right now it's raining. I do believe that yesterday's bike ride might be the last time I got out this year, because they're predicting snow for later tonight and tomorrow, and it's possible it could stay. On the other hand, it's possible it could melt too. But I guess I can't complain, because the folks in the UK woke up this morning to unseasonably cold and snow. Yeah, you don't expect that. I saw a picture on the news this morning of they showed of London, England, not London, Ontario. London, Ontario, you could expect that, but not London, England. Okay, yeah. So anyway, enough about the weather. I did see the walkers this morning. Unfortunately, I still had my camera adjusted to catch the sunrise, so they're kind of faint in the picture. I'll put it overhead here. Yeah. Boy, you got to give them credit, because it is miserable out there right now. I stuck my head out the door. I wanted to see if it looked like it was icy or anything. It's not icy, it's just wet and drizzly. Might be icy tonight. Okay. Enough about the weather. What are we going to do here? Well, we got to paint the top of the fire extinguisher and this wheel, this number 18, sort of a black. And I'd like to set up the spray booth, and I'd like to paint these three pieces, the 338. And I was thinking that it might be a smart idea if I was just to flip ahead here. We're in step 48 right now. But if I was to just flip ahead to step 49, and see if there's anything else I can nip off and paint it at the same time, as long as I'm spraying. Well, I guess I could just do that right now. Yeah. Yeah, there kind of is, in a way. Yeah, I think that these... Or have we already made that? I know we don't have to make the torpedo, because we made the torpedoes all at once quite a while ago, right at the beginning of this build. But I think this torpedo casing or tube, I think that has to be painted to 338. In fact, I'm sure it is. Okay, this piece, the X4. We've already painted that I'm pretty sure I've got it over there. It's already painted, basically, I think. Maybe what I should do here is, I know you're thinking to yourself, you'll do anything to not have to set up your spray booth. No, I'm thinking in terms of, I don't want to have to spray twice if I don't have to. Mind you, there's no end to it. Then why not move on to step 50, and get those parts? I'll think about this. Anyway, yeah. We're ready for Missy the dog. And speaking of Missy the dog, guess who was over here yesterday afternoon for coffee? Max. Yeah, he walked in. He's not dancing yet, but he's getting around. He came over with a cane, and he was being very, very careful when going up and down the steps. And boy, I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys caught it in the comments a couple of days ago, but Tennessee Jim was suggesting that perhaps Max had gone through drive-through surgery because he went in the afternoon and had a hip replacement, and he's back home in the evening. I tell you, it's a different world. In that respect, it's a much better world. Okay, I'm going to think about what I'm going to do here. Maybe I will get the torpedo tube and see if, yeah, it would be on Yeah, they show it here in the very last page of the painting and marking guide. It's painted to 338. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh, this piece that I thought was painted already, it obviously isn't painted already. I don't think. It's probably still stuck on the sprue. Okay, enough talk and chatter here. Let's try and get ourselves organized because obviously we're not. See if we can do something today. One thing's for sure, I won't be going out for a quick scoot, so we can just keep right at it up until about 2:33 in the afternoon. And that's when I have to cut her off for sure. Hi.
Hi, she won't go pee if it's wet out there. Did you see her? She
Yeah.
wouldn't do a thing.
I was watching, yeah. You funny dog. You funny dog. Here you go. It is wet out there.
Oh, yeah. When I went to Tim's, it was taking big clouds of water up off, big waves, of water, up off the road.
Oh my.
Yeah. You take it inside? Okay. That's a good idea.
Well, we may as well get the watermarks off the lenses here. This is an amazing camera. Okay. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Now what I was doing here is, when Missy came by, I was cleaning the sprue off of the little parts here for step 49. We'll go back to 48 in a moment here, but I wanted to get these parts ready to spray the 338 so at the same time as this. Now as it turns out here, this piece here that I was talking about earlier, yes, I did paint it, but unfortunately I thought it was a piece of decking like this. Like, for instance, these two pieces actually go together. These two tongues right here plug in right here and here, and it'll eventually be glued together like this somehow. And this is supposed to be the 338. So I think we should be able to spray it fairly well. There is a chance that this number, I believe this is the 66 that I used here. I believe there is a chance that it could dissolve a little from the 338, so my intention is to give it two coats. A fairly light coat with the 338, let it completely dry. I'll do this piece first, and then after I've done all the other pieces, I should be able to just give it another coat, and I think it'll completely cover, and we're not going to know that it's going to be slightly different. Mind you, the only way you would see the difference is if you had two pieces with the 338 just side by side. Well, I guess there will be a little bit. Yeah, some of this other stuff that we made plugs into this. Like this one right here is basically going to be 338 except for this end part, which is going to be dark. It might be the 18, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just let me continue on here. I'll get the rest of the sprue nipped off these. I have to be very careful. Some of these are extremely fragile. Yeah. Okay, well, at least we got to see Missy the dog today. Okay, all our pieces are cut now and basically trimmed. Now, we have to glue some of these together. Obviously, this one and this one has to be glued together, and this one and this one. But I'm seeing something here that I very rarely see in the trumpeter kits, and this is now the 5th trumpeter kit that I've had, and that is flashing. I thought this entire thing was a piece of sprue that had to be nipped off, but it's not. It's actually, whoops, it's actually a part of the torpedo tube. But notice all the flashing on it here. I think that's the worst I've seen in this kit. Now it's not a problem. It's just sort of when you have it so good all along, hundreds and hundreds of pieces that are done really, really well. When you come to one like this, suddenly it sort of surprises you. So that's okay. I can handle that. Okay, we'll clean that up and get the solvent out here, and I want to try and keep my little mixture as clean as possible here. And maybe it'd be best to put this lid on, stop evaporation, and then well, this piece and this piece, the glue is drying, we'll paint the number 18 on this wheel and the top of the fire extinguisher. At least that's the plan. And we will put on the macro lens. Okay, I know that paint pot in the background is a little bit blurry, but hopefully right above this needle here, everything should be nice and sharp. And see if I hold it about a centimeter above that. Okay, here, let's see how this is going to go here. I suppose I should be maybe flooding it on just a little bit better here. So it looks like it's all painted. And we're only going to be seeing this from the top. I don't think we're going to see the bottom, but we'll do the bottom anyway. Maybe it's a little bit too heavy here. Okay, so let me check the monitor. I think that'll be all. I think that'll be all right. Okay. Yeah. Now for the fire extinguisher. No, we don't want to get it down onto the barrel part of the... Oh, when I'm looking at it up close like this, I can really see that the red could have been done a little better. I should have mailed this to Gabe and let him do it. This is his expertise. Okay, I'm just sampling another little bit to get the handle. I can quite well imagine this looks absolutely terrible magnified, but at arm's length it's going to be alright. Might have to come up with the red. Okay, now let's not obliterate all the detail. I'm hoping that when that dries, it's gonna be all right. Okay, let's quit while we're not too far behind. Maybe we'll touch up the cylinder part of it later with a little bit more red. In the meantime, we'll let this dry. Okay, this has to be painted the 338, and I'm pretty sure that it has dried enough now that I'm not going to be making more fingerprints on it. I think it was just this side right here I got fingerprints on it. And alright, this is the plan. I know we're probably not going to get this little piece of blue tack back. I think if I shove this in here like this, there, that should act as a part holder. Alright, I think we're just about ready to spray here. This is the battery maintainer that I used the last couple of winters, maybe 3 winters, on my car. I don't know why it is I took it off. Maybe it was because I plugged it into the scooter when it was here, but I had one for the scooter, so which is now in the bike box. So I want to put it back on my car, and what's happening is that the weather office is predicting snow. So it's going to be a lot easier if I put it on right now, even though it's raining, than if it's all if the hood is all froze up, or bonnet, as some of you call it, is all froze up with ice and snow. So I'm going to call her quits here for this afternoon. It's getting on anyway. For some reason I just couldn't get myself going again, still. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.